Holy crap.
We're back, baby.
We're back. Another episode of what we called again? I can't remember.
That guy and this guy. Something about East Coast versus Best Coast. I mean, Least Coast versus, Coast to Coast. Welcome back to the Coast to Coast podcast, everybody. Good to see you. It's only been 86 years.
Oh my God, dude.
Bro.
Well,
dude, we haven't recorded in forever. I almost forgot how this goes. Like, subscribe, comment, share, click the link tree, and buy some cool new shit.
I got some cool Halloween designs out there.
We got cool new shit.
We do.
Buy the cool new shit.
Yeah, come on, man, be nice.
My kids want to have a Christmas this year.
Well, dude,
oh my God.
I gotta tell you, it's good to remember what you look like.
You're still just as hairy as I remember. Look at that beard.
It's got to be trimmed. It's getting crazy.
I'm just glad you're not rocking the whole black beard look right now. I'm liking the all natural.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's better. I think it's better. I like it better.
Maybe
that's
just blue.
Me. What can I say? A blue
with a hot pink stripe right down the middle.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. Oh, Mary's here, Nick's here, I'm here. We're only missing one, but that's fine. They got things going on too. We have been just getting hammered with life these last 4 weeks. Dude, should we fill in the people on why we haven't actually been able to record an episode?
It'll probably take a couple episodes to explain it.
Or should we just let them sit and wonder? The one listener that's been waiting patiently.
Can we talk to you for a second, please, sir?
Yeah, we took a vacation, sir. Yeah. Okay. Life just came up and kicked us in the balls.
I don't have those.
Well, I mean, for Mary, never mind.
Yeah.
Anyway,
metaphorically.
Dude, I'm digging the I'm liking the grass that you have growing on your backdrop, buddy. It's amazing.
It's better than what I'm growing in my yard.
So 4 weeks ago, we had about 2.5, maybe 3 weeks worth of insane hot weather out here where I'm at. We had it hit 118, 119 degrees one day. That was freaking nuts. Absolutely insane. My setup is not nearly as spiffy as Nick's. I'm chilling in the corner of our garage. So, it's 118 degrees outside. It's like 140 something inside the garage. Not recording when it's that hot. Sorry. No. So there was 2 weeks. It was my fault because I live in California. Anyways, the next week, I do believe Ferris had something going on, but we're not going to mention that because he's not here to talk about it himself because he's got something going on. Dude, it's been like 5 weeks, bro, because the week after that, the week after that, I had a karaoke thing.
We
remember?
Recorded August 22nd, and then we missed 1 or 2 weeks, and then we did another recording, and then we haven't since.
Yeah, and here we are, October 6th. Woohoo. Just insane. Oh, and then last week, my mother got carted off to the flipping hospital.
Yeah, it was messed up.
But she's okay. She's fine. Everything's good. Everything's gravy. So she's...
It'd have been scary as hell, though.
Dude, bro. Let me tell you how this went, okay? My dad and my grandmother were driving to the hospital. My grandma has her phone Bluetooth to her car, obviously, right? So I get a phone call and it says Grandma Sharon. So I answer the phone. Hey, Grandma, what's going on? And it's my dad talking. Well, son, and I'm like, oh, fuck, Dad's calling me from Grandma's phone. Oh, shit. What the hell? So my wheels are already turning. And then he tells me what's going on with Mom, and she's in the back of an ambulance. They're going to the hospital, this and that, and she can't breathe. Turns out it was like a spasm in like her diaphragm / esophagus, both kind of thing. And it was like basically choking her.
That's weird.
Like, what the hell? But anyway, Fast forward 4.5, 5 hours later, she was released from the hospital. It was like 11:30 at night. I had already taken grandma back home. She's fine. Everything's good to go.
Well, that's good.
Still, you get a call from your grandmother's phone. It's your dad's voice saying, your mom's going to the hospital, boy. Oh,
boy.
shit. This is scary
That's something you
times.
want to hear.
Nope. And then you've had life flip upside down on you. Freaking past, what, 2 weeks or whatever. I don't know if you want to talk about that. That's a little bit personal, but.
Well, I'll just say that I had 3 different people threaten me. And then I'm told, don't do nothing.
Yeah, by the popo, right?
Yeah.
Don't do anything. Don't do anything.
Do nothing. Just let them be.
It must be because you're just such a good-looking son of a bitch. That's what it is.
I don't know.
They're just jealous, buddy. They're jealous of the beard that you've got. I'm jealous of the beard. I went and done and hacked mine off again.
That's all you ever do.
Gee, thanks. Hey, I made it what? I think I made it like 9 months that one time. Shit was like down here.
Yeah, and I was so proud of you.
And then I woke up one day and I slept wrong and my whole beard was like way over here on the side of my face, wouldn't straighten out. Okay, not going to work like that. No, that's not why, but still. I told you, dude, I'm weird when it comes to things like life. When I get a big life decision put in front of me and I have to make my mind up, I make up my mind and then I shave my face to solidify the commitment.
It's very funny that things, whether there's some things where once you make up your mind, that's it, you're going for it. But then there's things where you got to delve in for 13 years on it first.
Like American State National paperwork. Just saying. Yeah. I mean, at least I could be honest with myself about it. Like, you are absolutely correct. There are certain things where I'm like, okay, gone with the beard. It's done. It's set in stone. And then there's other things where, no, that's going to take some research. 3 years later, still need to do a little more research. Sorry.
Well. So, I'll ask a question and hopefully people will say what they think in the comments. We don't get those too long.
Leave some comments, engage with us, folks. Come on,
Yes.
y'all been slacking.
What do you consider a person that has, we'll just say balls, that they can say a bunch of crap or talk smack or act like they're big and bad threatening to you, but they can do it on like Facebook, or if they're in the vicinity, they're kind of like, but they won't actually like in person engage. They're like, if you're right there, they're like,
so like a keyboard warrior.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about, keyboard warrior.
If they're, the more keyboardy they are, the more, well, yeah, look at, they got the muscles.
Yeah.
But when you're there, depending on the distance, if they're a decent distance, they'll mumble and let you hear a couple of words. But if they start to get a little closer, they know they've already said something shitty on the internet and they see you, they won't even look your way.
Just head down, not even acknowledge your presence or existence.
Yeah.
I would say that that's somebody who has no balls and is just a scared. I'm not going to say the rest of what I was going to say because this video will get taken down the moment we put it up if I do.
Well, I'll take Ferris's place and say, if you want to get technical about it, libel is defamatory statement that is written, and slander is defamatory statement that is oral.
Spoken.
Yes.
Yep.
So if you say something about somebody that's not true or defamatory, that's slander. And if you type something or write something that is defamatory or untrue about somebody, then that's libel. And I don't know why they're getting off scot-free with it, but you know.
Especially when it's plastered all over the interwebs for everybody and their mother to see.
Yeah.
On a public, I'm assuming public format, right, Nick?
Yeah.
I mean, I think I know what we're alluding to here. I just don't want to come out and outright say it. But
Well, then
let me put it to you this way. Let me put it to you this way, because I know that you're referencing something, and I hope they're watching. You're a bitch. Did I get it? Did I get? Yeah. But see, I can say that in front of a camera because I know I'm 3,000 plus miles away. So does that make me a vocal warrior? I don't know. Notice how we're not saying names here, folks. Just throw that out there. Oh, well, no, I hate it when people do that, dude. It's like, just grow a sack and come talk to me. Seriously. Some of the best friends I've ever made have been people that I had serious issues with. They had serious issues with me. We hashed it out one way or another, whether we beat the crap out of each other or just actually talked. It doesn't really matter. But some of my closest friends that I have are people that started out legit as like basically enemy number one. You know what I mean? And there's some of the longest friendships I've had.
I got a dude right now. I actually went to school with him, but I was not happy with this dude. I don't know if you remember me talking through like the whole season of working on these RVs. There was a guy there that was like, yeah, well, when Linda's knucklehead cousin went on vacation, deciding, well, we're not going to pay these guys while we're on vacation for 3 weeks, but they can keep working and making me money.
Oh,
he left us two alone, and we ended up finally having to hash it out because there was things going on, and I was supposed to get him kicked out and all this weird crap that ain't even my position. And once we were able to talk to each other, and he wasn't there to be in between, man, we found out a lot of weird shit. And all of a sudden, he had nowhere to go because his girlfriend was psycho and kind of booted him. So he was like, he's staying with me at the moment. So we went from somebody that like I was like, get him out of here, to dude, just stay with us right now.
Nice. See, and that's how it should be. People should be able to come together with a difference of opinion and find common ground within, you know, whatever the scope of said relationship is or will be, right? And essentially come to a mutual agreement of sorts to where you're not butting heads like two, you know, horny ass bucks fighting each other. Over the I won't go back into that analogy. Anyways, you understand where I'm getting at, right? Like, that's how it should be, dude. You have an issue with somebody, just hash it out, get it over with. Both of y'all get everything off your chest. At the end of that conversation, if you still can't stand each other, guess what? Go separate ways. Who gives a shit? But you may find out that you have a lot more in common with that person than you actually thought, and you could become really good friends. Just saying.
Yeah.
To add to what you said earlier, Brandon, I don't think that my closest friends were people that I butted heads with originally, but my closest friends are the people that will be honest and straight up with me and say, no, that's a terrible, horrible idea, and have the guts to say so to my face, because I respect him that much more.
That's why you won't be on video.
Who, me? I'm not supposed to be on video. I'm not a host.
You won't, even when we're not recording, you won't be on video because that way I can't tell you to your face.
Ha ha.
Oh, geez. We actually have a thing about what you just mentioned, Mary, where I work, and we call it real-time honest feedback. Basically, somebody needs to have a talking to. You don't wait. You just go to them and you have the talking to, and you give them that real-time honest feedback and you have an open, unbiased conversation, hopefully they're of the mental fortitude to not get super defensive about whatever's going on, and they can be receptive to the information, and you can actually have, you know, a dialogue, so to speak, as opposed to more often than not, people think they're having a conversation when it's actually just someone monologuing and the other person not really listening to what's happening.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that happens way too often.
Yeah.
That's the truth. Take it from me, man. If I would have just talked to this guy a long time ago, this summer might have been a lot better. But at the same time, it gave me a lot of evidence of some crap that's been going on.
Evidence. Ooh, that was a big.
Evidence.
Oh, I thought he said evidence. I was like, that's a word
Evidence.
I had not
Evidence.
heard Nick say. Okay, my bad. I'll shut up now.
Ooh.
So, Mary, what's new with you? It's only been, I think we just figured it out a little while ago, like 5 weeks. It's a
Well,
good vacation.
We are back to a house of 3 now, temporarily.
So you can breathe now.
The dog can run around as he pleases inside the house.
Now by that you mean your husband, right?
Both dogs.
So does that mean you no longer have a fridge in your den?
It was actually the formal living room and it was a
Right.
freezer, but yeah, the freezer is not in my formal living room anymore.
Good.
My 14-year-old, who has been waiting ever so patiently to move into the second largest bedroom of the house, which has more closet space than my bedroom has officially moved into there, and Joseph is going to move all of his office stuff into the room that used to be Owen's.
Sweet.
We're going to get the house completely cleaned up and then move my in-laws into that area of the house. So they'll have like a third of the house and they have privacy, but instead of being an hour and a half away, if one of them falls or if one of them needs something, they're right here and we can take care of them.
So basically your house is just as God intended it right now. You and your immediate family, husband, children, blah, 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 blah.
Children
until
under
in-laws
the
move in.
age of 21. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Until the in-laws move in.
Yes. And
So
and that
you've
will
got
probably
how many?
be
Yeah,
that
how
will
long?
probably take, I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 months ish, or I don't know, give or take.
So-
Depends on if something goes downhill or if things, stay about where they are right now.
Well, you had folks in there for a while, right?
7 months. Yes.
Okay. So 7 months, and you're about to go anywhere from 3 to 5 months or so with things being, so just around the time you're going to get used to having your entire house just to yourselves,
Boom.
you're going to lose it again.
Yes.
Just saying.
But I think that there is a difference. Yes. Thank you, Nick, for helping me. I think there's a big difference this time because my father-in-law has said, okay, we've looked into like retirement homes and, caregiving facilities, and that's like $5,000 a month. And we don't even know that we would get proper care.
Right.
So rather than do that, we would, if you would have us, we would be happy to stay with you guys and help pay bills and help fix the house up and invest our money in the house that we live in and making it a better place to live. And so instead of having the utility bill doubled and extra weight on our shoulders, it'll actually be a nice change. And they like their privacy. They're used to their privacy. So they're going to have like one side of the house and we have like one little common area. And then the other side of the house is, for me and Joseph and Owen.
When you do good things, eventually
Nice.
good things come back.
Hell yeah. Did you hear that, Nick? She's finally going to get that new floor she's been waiting on for about 17 years.
No, I haven't lived in this house 17 years.
I'm kidding.
But
I'm
yeah,
kidding.
it's been a while. I need new
Well,
flooring.
I'm glad everything's about to work out. Thank you for that story. And folks, with Mary's story, that's about all the time we had for today. So really glad. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, that's
You didn't
exciting,
have to
though.
ask me on the air because I told you this
Of course
before.
I did. We haven't even none of us have really even talked that much in the last 5 weeks because things have been so nuts. We got to, I mean, if we're not going to catch up on the Line app or via cell phones or whatever, we're going to get caught up on the show.
Y'all catch up now because I'm not a host. So
I legit could not care less whether or not this is what the audience does or does not want to hear, because damn it, this is what I want to talk about right now. This is our show. This is our time. It's our time down here.
Man, my head's reeling. There's stuff I want to say, but I just don't know if I can or should.
Well,
I
as
hate
long
that.
as you word it correctly, you can say whatever you want.
But you know me,
yeah,
man.
but there's a few things that he might need to sit on just a little bit longer,
Not only
just
that,
in
but
case.
y'all know how I am. That's why you're like, Brandon's like, Nick, next time don't do the email. Let me do it.
Yeah, don't send me a
Literally-
text message. Shoot me a voice recording because you suck at typing.
when that cop showed up yesterday, and I was standing at the door, and my wife looks at me and says, "Stay in here. You're just gonna get obnoxious and all."
She knows you so well. That's why she married
I'm
you.
gonna say that was probably a good call for Lynn.
Well,
And probably a good call for you too, because you've got enough stress.
She called
and the
in,
popo, because they didn't have to, get punched.
Right. She called in because we're supposed to be documenting. And once you document it happening so many times, then it's easier to do whatever you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
So she calls in, and the dispatcher acts like this is brand new. She's taking all, it's like the last 2 times we called, the same cop has been coming and he was out like that. Like, why all of a sudden is it asking all these questions? The dude's sitting there. If you just get him over here, he'll catch him sitting there. Right. And the lady's asking questions, and I ask my wife whether I'm on the phone or if she's on the phone. I'm sitting there and I'm going, oh my God, we've already wrote all this down. The cops have been here before. Lynn's going, shut the
It's awesome.
dude. It just, some stuff drives me bonkers. It's to me, it's stupidity. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe it's somebody that didn't bother checking out, the history on the call or the reason behind it or whatever, because they've got that archive somewhere. Like, it's been submitted. Y'all just go to your computer, pull it up.
Boom,
oh, so is this the same thing you called about like 2 weeks ago? Yes, get over here.
Like, think about it, dude. Now let's think of it in terms of just a Joe Schmo, right?
Joe Schmo.
Say there's a lady that's been harassed by a guy. She lives alone, and he's actually been
Can
at
her
the
name
door.
Can her name be Barbara?
Sure. And but let's call her Karen.
Karen, yes.
And the dude's actually beat on her door, or like follows her around in the car, and like, threatening.
And is his name Gary or is it Chad?
Stalker. Stupid Stalker is his name.
Okay.
Anyways, and this guy's real threatening, right? Shit's
Mhm.
happened before. And there's already been cases on it. Like, okay, next time this guy does anything, he's done.
Beat his ass.
Now here he is at her house, and meanwhile, instead of seeing it and going, oh shit, this is whatever, the person's sitting there taking the time. Well, has he been there before? Well, how long has he been there? Well, can you see his license? And they're asking all these questions. The guy's in the
his
house.
license plate.
Yeah. Yeah. Asking all kinds. It's like, why are you asking? This thing has been going on for 2-3 weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
There's been paperwork several times. Every time the guy comes, he sits in front of our house for about 10 minutes doing paperwork on it. I don't think you really have any questions. All this should be is, he's there again. Hey, get over there. That's it.
Right. Well, they do have multiple dispatchers, and
not here. whether you're calling for North Tonawanda, whatever, it all goes to the Niagara County Sheriff Office to dispatch first, and it's so weird.
Well, and how many dispatchers do they have working there?
Not very many.
It may have been her first time seeing this report for
She's
you.
like, well, the cop's been doing it. Could
She's
be not
fresh out of
working here.
training.
The cop who was been doing this might not be working. I could have swore she said he wasn't, and he's the one who showed up again. It's like it's already in the system, though. How many times he's written a report down?
And I'm sure he's super stoked to be out there again.
And they all know who he is. Yeah, well, when he got there, he was like, son of a bitch, I wish I would have caught him. Well, the dispatcher took their due. It's a good thing I didn't go out like Linda said, because I would have had words. I can't.
You need to
Next
just
time
ask for
next time you
his
see
phone directly, his direct cell phone number.
Yeah, right.
that's not a bad idea. But next time you see this specific individual, right? Just step outside, have a super bright ass flashlight. Don't leave the threshold of your doorway, and just shine your flashlight in through his window right on his face the entire time. While you're on the cell phone with the Popo cell phone, and be like, hey, I'm looking at him right now. I got a flashlight in his face. Come on, I'm blinding him. Get over here.
Can it be the one that they've been advertising a new military grade flashlight that if you hold it right, it can even get a fire going?
No,
I can't use
No.
that one.
you're not trying to light the guy on fire, and don't say you are, buddy.
No, I'm
just
not.
don't even go
It's a
there.
joke.
Not in this format.
How could they let anybody even make a flashlight like that?
I
How are
haven't
you supposed
seen
to
it.
use it to keep burning shit? That makes no sense.
I haven't seen it.
Really?
I haven't seen it. But they do have those flashlights that have little stun guns on the end of them. Those are pretty cool. Hit a little button, gives someone a little shock. Could you imagine that? Like, you're out at camp or somewhere in the middle of the woods, right? You're walking around. You got maybe a group of people, 3, 4, 5 people or whatever. Next thing you know, someone's got their stun gun flashlight. They just put it right up against one of your cheeks and hit that button. You're out in the middle of nowhere. Oh my God. That would suck. That would suck. No thanks.
Yeah,
Bless you.
That makes me say, what is? No.
Bless you, you disgusting creature, you. Can't believe you just did that. We haven't recorded an episode in so long, Nick forgot where the mute button is.
The what?
Exactly. Have you done any
No.
Smule lately?
Yeah.
How's that been going?
That's what got the one guy messaging me. You brought that up on purpose.
That
I don't know
evil
what you're
laugh.
talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. I mean, how's your karaoke going?
All right, let me just lay it out.
This one you can talk about freely, I think.
I've been singing and I enjoy it, whatever. But the other night I came out here and I tend to watch TV out here at night or play Xbox sometimes. It's my getaway.
Mm-hmm.
So my studio is like my man cave, if you will.
Well, yeah.
So, but sometimes I forget to turn the monitor speakers off because that's what I use to listen to the TV.
Are they off right
conflict.
now?
Yeah. If they weren't, you'd be getting a whee from the mic and the speaker.
Okay.
So sometimes I like turn the TV off and I just go. I don't switch the switch in the back. Well, I came in the scene the other night and they were on from the night before and I didn't know. So I go up and I just, you think you would because there's a little light on it, but I walk up, I turn the Mackie on, I switch it, get my mic set up how I want them. I go in the other room. I sing for about an hour and a half. And then I get a message from the wife and she's like, hey, I'm really tired. I'm going to bed. Red's got to go out. I was like, all right. I'm in the middle of editing the last song I did. So as it's playing right at the end, I start taking my headphones off and I can hear from the front of the damn studio. I can hear the music coming out of the speakers. And I was like, oh shit, the monitors have been on the whole time. So instead of, which is under a normal search has to be good because you don't just hear me, you hear the music and everything.
Yeah.
But it's like 9:30 at night, which is not noise.
That's not terribly late.
But I asked Linda, I was like, did you hear me sing out there? She was like, well, I came in the room, I could kind of hear you. I was like, I sang and the freaking monitors were on, so it was up. And sure enough, my nephew also is staying with me right now because he had nowhere to go. So I got 2 extra
Full
bodies
house.
here.
Full house.
Full tiny house. And he goes to see their guy Kurt, and he's like, I heard the guy next door cursing something about tearing somebody's throat out. I was like, oh, that's probably me. I have my speakers on. Sure enough, go on Facebook that morning, and there's a notification from our podcast page. There's a picture of me and Linda I took of us at Tracy Atkins' concert.
I feel like we're about to come back full circle to our whole keyboard warrior conversation. I just a funny feeling.
And on my picture was a dude saying, oh, yeah, he's a great singer, but he's telling me how I effing suck. You'd rather hear cats effing. And he told me I need to move my effing studio the fuck out of my yard now, or it's going to get ugly.
Oh, it's going to get ugly.
Really? You think I'm going to go, oh, I'll get my camper out, please, sir? No.
Yeah.
You're lucky.
Let me move my property from my property.
Right on, dude. It's kind of funny because I got a cousin that is kind of defensive of me, and she's like, oh, fuck this guy. And she said something to him. I said, the dude's a total Karen. He cries, he's bitching all the time.
But yet he won't say anything to your face.
No, not to my face.
That's sad. I hope he watches the podcast. I really do.
I hope he does too.
Maybe it'll bring some laughter and some joy to his, soulless black heart.
If he does watch the podcast, I hope when he weed eats, he wears sensible shoes next time.
Yeah, stop wearing flip-flops while you're out there riding lawnmower and weed eating. That's a great way to chop off a toe.
And I'm not going to say all the things I've had to deal with and stuff I had to listen to and why I'd be kept awake at night. But I could, he's not exactly Mr. Such a nice guy.
I mean, there's things that we could discuss. I feel that could take up probably an entire episode. Just saying.
I feel for people that can't just be happy and get along with others. And, they're just always.
I agree. And the shittiest part about it for me is I spend probably way too much time than I would care to admit or even think about legitimately just trying to avoid drama.
Yeah.
Right. But it's one of those things. It's like, no matter how good you can become at avoiding said drama, it's still going to find you in one way, shape, or another. In this case, it's happening on a social media profile, right? And it's like, the hell? For real? You could be the most chill person on the planet, well liked by all your friends, all your family, whatever, fucking superstar at work, and there's always gonna be that one Karen or Gary out there that's just wanting to start some shit. I've never understood that.
They want to call you names and say stuff about you, and they don't even know a single thing. They have no idea who you are, what you're about, nothing.
Never even had a conversation with you, but yet they're just spouting off all this damn shit. Here's my philosophy on it. We are here, and this is the one and only life that we get, right? At least that we're aware of, anyways. Why waste it on being negative like that all the time? Like, just fucking enjoy the ride, dude, because one day it's gonna be over.
If you have any fun in your life, imagine if you weren't miserable.
Right? Oh, see, drama is just, it's too much, man.
Dude. We all have our things and whatever, but whenever I see crazy stuff, like either it's somebody being like that miserable or people that do stuff that just gets them in trouble with the cops or whatever all the time, and I always sit there and I imagine in my head the happy people having the cookout in the backyard with all the friends, and they're just they're enjoying their life. And I'm like, how do you not want that?
Right.
Instead, you want all this chaos and constantly trouble and whatever. You wouldn't rather be peaceful and just happy with people and just, I don't understand it.
I'm with you, dude. But hey, remember what that saying, how that saying goes, misery loves company.
No, yeah.
You
No.
know, I've had many a person in my life try to drag me down to their level, right? And I'm like, bye, Felicia. Like, nope. I
Yeah.
don't play that game. Later. What was that thing you said quite a few months back, Mary? If you can't change the people, change the
Change it
people.
to people.
Well,
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
It's kind of neat to know that that stuck with you.
I made a TikTok video about it. Of course it stuck with me.
yeah, you're stuck with them.
I like that saying.
I
I actually sold it from Joseph.
my belief,
I know.
and we'll probably lose
You
2
told me.
viewers of the 3 we got.
We
all
still
know,
have 3 sticking around.
yeah, we all know that we're Christian and whatnot. Like we have our
Success.
beliefs. I truly believe in the whole thing about when you're negative, the more negative you are, it brings in negativity. And it's stated in a lot of what we believe in that when you get more negative, that just invites the devil in, and he kind of influences it. And I believe that, and I believe that's why there's people like that, because once they're miserable, they get worse. Next thing you know, they're flipping out over these stupidest anything. Any little thing sets them off like their world has been just freaking disasterized.
And for anybody out there who doesn't necessarily, believe in the man upstairs, so to speak, but maybe something going on with, the universe instead, Nick's also kind of just referring to karma for those of you folks out there. For us, it's a greater power, but you can call it karma, you can call it the universe, you can call it whatever you want, but I'm pretty sure anybody out there listening knows exactly what you're referring to right now, buddy.
Negativity breeds negativity. That's just a fact.
Yep.
And once you're on that snowball gets bigger and bigger. And it gets harder to just be happy. Happiness.
Well, and the shittiest part is we as human beings are actually we're created more predisposed, if you will, to respond to negativity. Think about it. How quick are most people to respond to a negative interaction with somebody, right? Versus how do I put this? You know how there's people out there where you could go somewhere and everybody's having just a super good time. Everybody's happy. Everything is great. It's fucking puppy dogs and rainbows and skittle tits. And that's all that you got. It's just fucking perfectness, right? You're literally just in fucking bliss. And you've got that one person that looks around and goes, nah, this shit's too good to be true. You know what I mean? Like, dude, get out of that damn bubble. It's okay. Have a good time. Enjoy what time you have left while you have the time to spend it.
Take a chance. You will find out happiness feels good.
And it can exist. It does exist.
It's there.
It's not some unattainable fucking, mythical legendary creature. I've always been a big proponent also, though, of whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Because some people, they truly believe that for whatever reason, they don't deserve happiness. So if that's what you believe, then of course, that's the kind of negativity that you're going to receive, right? If you change your way of thinking and you change the belief system around that, and you can build yourself up in a positive light, dude, it's you can, like we said earlier, we call it higher power, we can call it karma, we can call it the law of attraction, whatever the fuck you want label you want to put on it. It's there, and it's a real tangible thing. All you have to do is put certain steps into practice and watch how much better your fucking life gets.
That's right.
Just saying. So, Mr. Keyboard Warrior, go eat a bag of dicks.
Type some nice words. See
Don't
what
do
that
that.
feels
Don't do
like.
that. Yeah, give some words of encouragement.
Go comment on somebody and say, "Oh, you're such a good person, and you look nice today, and I'm so glad you're having a good." Say something nice.
Yeah, invite your neighbor over for a meal.
I'd be willing to
or a
bet your fingers
beverage.
will not burst into flames if you do that.
Next time, join in the dude. Next time you go out there, invite said individual to come join in the karaoke.
Don't
fun.
be all jealous. Go, you can sing in here. Come on in.
Yeah, and there ain't no judges neither. He ain't gonna tell
No.
you sound like a dying fucking hyena, even if you do, because Nick's a nice guy.
That's right.
Just say it.
Dude, how often on Smule, when people sing together, who really ever says, "Oh my God, dude, why'd you join? You suck"?
I've seen it.
You have? I haven't.
I've seen it.
I've never done that.
Me neither.
I've seen it.
I've had some get on there that I'm like, you think, oh my God, like why? But I'm like, oh, thanks for joining.
No, I've had legitimately, I have had people join an OC that I put out, and I'll be halfway through a verse or whatever, and you'll hear it. Man, this guy fucking sucks. And then boom, they're gone.
What? Really?
Right? Yeah, dude. And then they'll leave a comment, and I'm like, all right, block, delete, have a nice life.
See, that's what
Okay.
we're talking about right there.
But that's the thing,
negativity
like,
shit.
well, and the other thing too is, Mary knows, Ferris knows, everybody that knows me on Smule knows that 99% of the time when I get out here and I do my thing, it's because I'm probably releasing some kind of an aggressive kind of feeling, right? I
Right.
come out here to soothe when
Yep.
I jump on Smule. I'm not coming out here to try to be perfect with perfect fucking vocals and the
It's a
perfect
little-
volumed layers and
it's a
this and that and the
sanity
other.
thing. It's like letting stuff out, and it's just
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
a release, and
Exactly.
at the same time
So,
enjoying something.
I come out with an I don't give a fuck attitude. What matters to me is getting that emotion off of my shoulders, right? So long as I can do that, I'm good to go. And I've come out and I've done 15, 20 songs in a night, woke up the next morning, deleted all of them because they sounded like garbage, but mission accomplished. I was able to go to fucking bed and slept like a baby because I got whatever was inside of me out. Right. And I'm a one take type person. I'll go start to finish, one take. I don't give a fuck if I screw up, and I'll fucking post that shit. I really don't care. So,
well, we don't always do it to be like, I want this to be like the song takes me to the top. A lot of times we're doing it just to be funny. Like, we're just enjoying it. How many times have we sang and we're laughing and shit? Like,
oh yeah,
it's just fun, man.
Yeah.
Fucking lighten up.
Make a fool out of yourself, and no one else will be able to.
You Smulers are not going to make the top 40. I'm sorry. You're just going to be on Smule. That's as far as it goes.
Probably. More than likely.
Ugh.
I come out here and jump on Smule legit just for shits and giggles and to have fun. And like I said, sometimes to release whatever kind of emotional aggression I got, because maybe I don't feel like playing a video game and I want to try to do something a little bit more productive instead. But I don't think any of us, especially here on the show, none of us are coming out, jumping on a fucking karaoke app on our phone, thinking that we're going to, be the next you name insert big name star here.
Yeah, right.
None of us at all. And for somebody to jump on a social media page and just all out bash somebody just truly demonstrates how big of a piece of crap that keyboard warrior is.
Well, not only that, you know what they say, dude, usually when they got to keep bashing on people for something they do, it's because they don't feel like they can. They feel small.
Yeah.
So they feel like if they batter you, they'll feel, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Misery loves company. They're a small-minded individual. So let me say these words that I've noticed bring other people down to my level in the past. So maybe that'll work in this sense. The key is to just not let it get to you. You know, just okay. Whoop-de fucking do.
It's
I'm
none
still
of
gonna
my
do me, pal.
business what other
Mm.
people think about me.
I like that. I really do. For me, that goes down, it goes back to and when I say back to, I'm referencing, God, I think we talked about this maybe a year and a half ago or longer, is not letting somebody gain emotional control over yourself.
Yeah.
You remember that conversation, right? The moment we allow somebody to dictate how we feel inside, we've relinquished control. They're the puppet master and we're the puppet,
Yeah.
right?
And they got what they
So,
want.
like what Mary just said, it's none of my business what anybody else thinks about me. That's absolutely correct. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, the only opinion about you that should truly matter is how you feel about yourself.
See, and there's the problem right there because I got unnormal emotions. My emotions are like bigger than a normal person.
Oh, I
If
know.
somebody bothers you, I'm bothered. If somebody loves me, I'm loved. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my
Yeah.
emotions are a little stronger than normal. So
You're
there's been
very
many,
empathetic.
yeah, there's very many
Oh,
times
yeah.
in my life where people get to me and I'll let them get to me.
Oh, I know.
The problem is then I
I
get
got to you
pissed.
once.
Yeah. Shut up. The problem is then once I get pissed or whatever, I get even more mad because I'm pissed because it's not what I want to be. I
Yeah.
keep ending up like that, but it's not what I want. And I don't like having no control. I don't like that you caused me and made me lose control and, you know what I'm saying, engage the way you want me to.
Uh-huh.
And now I'm even more, oh my God.
Yeah.
Remember what I told you the other day, Nick? When you can't control what is happening, control the way you respond to what is happening. That's where your
Ooh.
power is.
That's hard.
Good
for me.
one. That's a really good one.
Thank you.
I like that one, Mary.
You're
Mary,
very
you're
welcome.
throwing out some nuggets, man. We should take a 6-week break more often. Damn.
I'm trying. I'm doing well, but you know, we all know Nick. Nick, don't do the emails anymore, guy.
There's a reason why he's Nick Fire.
Oh,
He's fire away. Just
I
saying.
try.
Just
Really
saying.
do.
There's certain things that people can do. You know, I don't want to get into grounding techniques and all this and that and jazz and whatnot, especially when we've only got 10 minutes left or whatever we've got of this. But like I said just a little bit ago, at the end of the day, the only real opinion that matters is yours of yourself. In certain cases, you've got the immediate people around you as well, right? To an extent. But what we're talking about are strangers in a sense, right? So why in the world would you allow a complete stranger to get under your skin like that? Somebody that you've never even said 2 words to, or maybe it's somebody that you've seen in passing a couple times, right? And you still haven't had any kind of conversation or real tangible interaction with that individual. They don't know shit about you.
Right.
So at the end of the day, their opinion
doesn't
fucking matter. What matters is yours of yourself when you go to bed, the man upstairs, your significant other, and a very select few that you choose to involve yourself with.
I've gotten a lot better at that, but dude, lately there's been so many of them. It's weird. I don't understand why there's so many.
Hey,
You know what I
very
try to
odd.
do? Whether it's calling my bank because something's wrong with my online app and trying to figure out that, or
Oh, I'm real bad at
calling.
talking to customer service
Oh,
people.
listen, I love it. I
I'm
love
bad
it.
at it.
When I call
lose
any
my
customer
shit.
service representative, I make their day. I tell them I appreciate
That's how
you
Linda is.
for protecting my privacy, for asking me questions that help keep my privacy protected. I appreciate you for doing
You
your
are
job.
a far better person
Oh,
than
yeah.
I am, and also a far better person than Nick is, because
Way
Nick and I are
better.
on the same damn
can't.
page. And this, Mary, this is why when we do big projects like Camp Lejeune, you're the one that everyone talks to. I'm just saying.
If customer service actually
Oh,
helps me and they're
man.
like, and they take care of the problem efficiently, I'm like, thank you so much. But you get the ones that you feel like they're just pulling your chain. They're not listening to a word you're fucking saying. And when they're like that, I lose it. I just get madder and madder. They
When
keep
they ask
changing what
the
they're saying, and
same,
yeah.
no, not even when they change it, but when they ask the same exact question the same exact way for a third, fourth, fifth time, I'm like,
Are you
just
sure you
give me
rebooted your
somebody
computer,
else.
motherfucker?
Give me somebody else. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
And nowadays they won't. They act like there is no supervisor. So it's only you.
Oh, yeah, you're the only one in the entire company. Yes, that's right. I sure am.
You know what you do in that case? You ask them.
You hang up and call back and pray that it's not that same person.
No, you ask them if there's any way to talk to their supervisor so that you can let them know what a great experience you had.
When you're in the middle of telling them they're a piece of crap, I hate you. Give me
No,
a supervisor
you
so I
don't.
can tell them you're a good
You
person.
don't tell them that.
I've already done it at that point.
Well, I mean, if somebody's going to be ugly and rude, then
Nick,
at that point,
Mary,
hang
if
up.
I get to the
But
point
if
where I have
somebody's
to ask
actually
for a
trying
higher
to
up,
help,
I'm already too pissed.
when
Nick,
I ask
don't
for
ask
a
for a-
higher up, it's so I can brag on the experience.
I don't ask for a higher up unless somebody is being a dick and I can't get through their thick damn skulls.
Yes, sir. Are you in the back? Oh, thank you. Is it my turn? I appreciate it. So there's a way to do it, dude, without actually like being an a-hole about it. You don't tell them how much they suck and that they're pissing you off and you hope they die. Like we just talked about not being negative. What are you doing? No.
That was what I was just saying.
Well, Mary, I have to disagree with you on this one. I'm with Nick. I'm not going to tell somebody I'd really like to talk to your supervisor so I can just tell them how wonderful you are when all they're doing is just pissing me off. But also I'm not going to be like, dude, you're the worst customer service representative I've ever talked to. Give me your manager or supervisor or transfer me to somebody else. I just say to people on the phone when they've asked me that third, fourth, fifth time, the same exact question, the same exact way, I'll legit just say it. Is there anybody else that I could talk to? Well, sir, I just need to ask you. Nope. I've already answered that question multiple times. I'm asking you a question now. Is there anybody else that I can talk to? Please transfer me.
I didn't mean lie to them.
And then if they say no, like Nick just did, I'll say, okay, thank you for your time. I'll call back another day. Click. And then I'll call right back. And I don't care if it's a 15-minute hold. I will wait on hold until I get somebody else. And then I will tell that person, hey, I just spoke with Doug and Doug asked me this question this way 5 different times. The answer didn't change. Here's my answer. Can you help me? And I swear to God, if they ask me that same question, I'm just kidding. But more often than not, that actually does, for me anyways, it resolves it without me having to go like total a-hole on somebody, because that's the goal, is not to be a dick.
Dude, if they just hear me, if they'd see me, I'm more of the
I bet you're just like beat red.
Oh my God. How many? You're not listening to me. It's not hard to understand, dude. This ain't rocket science. Just don't talk. Stop talking. Just listen. Hear my word. Would you please listen and hear my words so you can understand me?
Nick, I don't think you've seen that. I don't think you've seen that video, but the kids don't hold the phone to their ear like that anymore. Nobody does the hang loose.
How do you want me to do it?
They make a little square with their hand and they do this like they're holding their actual phone.
That is stupid.
Have you seen that video?
No, and
there's a video out. There's a video out, dude. There's a ton of videos out actually, where like 90s. They were 90s kids, their parents now, right? Like, hey, how would you pretend to make a phone call to somebody? And the kid goes like this, like they're holding a phone to their ear. And the parents who grew up in the 90s are just cracking up. And the kid's like, why is that funny? And the parents are like, because it's like this, son. Right? It goes like this.
Can I
And
talk
the
to you?
kid's like, what the hell? What is this? A phone. Dude, it's awesome, bro. Like, oh my God, I gotta find these videos. I'm gonna send them to you, dude, because they're gonna make your fucking day. I promise. Oh, they're amazing.
I've
Oh,
seen a video where this girl was getting interviewed by two people. There's like worker, like employee, whatever. They're all together. Like they knew each other. It wasn't like an interview for a job. Yeah. Like, we got to ask you a question because she was the younger girl. And they were asking her questions like that, like about, do you know what this is? And you know what that is? And the stuff, if you hear it, you're going to go, yeah, I know. And she's like, huh?
yeah. What's a Rolodex?
Yeah. They're like, she's lost. I wish I could remember some. I was laughing too hard. I can't remember.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mhm.
Well, this has been fun because it hasn't happened in forever. And guess what, y'all? We are at our time.
Shut up your mouth. See, negative.
I'm serious, bud.
Don't
I
be
am
negative,
dead
and you're being
It's
negative.
not.
now.
I'm not being negative.
being
I'm just
negative.
letting you and everybody else know our time has come. This is our episode for the week.
Can I just say, or just ask, do I see you again soon, or is this it for a few weeks?
No, if everything works out as it should, then hopefully what we discussed earlier on the phone will come to fruition.
Dude, this is October. You can't be scarce.
I love October.
Bro.
Ooh, time of year.
If I'm the only one for the Halloween episode this year in costume, I'll bring some negativity. Okay. Just saying.
I will
more
be
flies
in
with
costume.
honey.
But you know, I like to be spooky all month. We could talk, you know.
Ooh. You know what?
I'm gonna mail you a hex bag.
You know what?
What?
I haven't busted these out.
Oh, I know what. Oh, I was gonna say I know.
Nope. Nope. Notice how they're faded. They haven't been touched in a while. Remember how bright and shiny these were on that episode that we messed around with them?
Yeah.
Nope, homie, don't play that game. You like the spookily stuff. We'll get into some of that stuff as the weeks progress. Don't get me wrong. But for this one, don't forget to do the thing.
Like, subscribe, comment. Please share and
they can't hear you. You got to speak up.
Go to our store. We have very wonderful items. Inform the people.
Very wonderful items. Inform the people. Yes.
Seriously.
Inform the people. Dude, should we tell the people what kind of stuff that we've got? Maybe that's what's going on.
Oh, and now,
they might be listening to the whole thing and then just waiting for us going, well, what do you have on your store? I don't want to click on the link.
Go to the... By the way, if you see this and you watch this before you get to October 24th, we do have a discount thing going on. All 20 is a discount code for 20% off on our hoodies.
Dude, we can't afford to give people discounts.
Yes, we can.
No, we can't.
And then there's another one.
We can't afford to give discounts. We're broke.
I think stick 30 or something like that. And if you put that one in, you get a free sticker.
Now we're giving away free shit too. God, what happened in the last 5-6 weeks? I quit.
Well, it
wouldn't be an episode if somebody didn't quit.
Can't take it.
Look, you got to go there. We got some cool hoodies. We got T-shirts. We got all kinds of other mugs. Dude, didn't see it? I sent you something and I tagged you.
We've got Halloween goodies, shirts, hoodies.
Trying to get more up there before it's too
We've
late.
got American State National merch, your tumblers, your cups, your shirts, your stuff. We've got freaking yoga pants that got Nick's face plastered right on the butt cheek.
I'm hoping we get bras soon.
I am not buying a bra with y'all's faces on them.
Oh my God, you have to.
Yes.
No.
I might.
No.
I'll buy one for my wife.
Dude, did you not? I specifically shared something and tagged you in line about a
Did you?
product they now have, and it was really cool, and you just blew it off.
Was it sent in PM or what?
No, it was in the group.
Oh, in the group. How long ago was
It was
this?
a while ago.
Oh, well, then how am I going to find it now?
Just go to the pictures section. Dude, you would have loved it.
Okay, fine. Going to albums. No albums yet. What?
Just go to photos.
Just go
Just
photos and
photos.
videos.
There's no album.
All right. What am I looking for?
A golf
Turning
ball.
vegan would be a big mistake. Is that what I'm looking for? What is it? Oh, is it the QR codes?
No,
Is it before the
Those are-
QR codes?
the QR codes take you to they're for business cards I designed. You probably didn't see those either.
I saw those. I responded though. I said those are cool.
Did you?
Yes.
You're not seeing it, are you?
I'm not. I don't see anything. What am I supposed to be looking for?
A golf ball.
A golf ball. Oh shit. Okay, I need about 100,000 of these
Yes.
because I'm a lose them. Dude, that's awesome.
Hey, and when you
Certified-
hit one, like if you slice one into the trees or, out of bounds somewhere and somebody else comes across them, that's good advertising.
Yeah. I can
How
put
much
all
are
it-
how much are the golf balls? I haven't seen these yet. I'm gonna buy some.
I could put all the whatever design on those things, and they got ping pong balls too, and coasters and all kinds of things.
Now I want a ping pong table so I can smack y'all's faces around.
You can use
While
them
you're
for beer
wearing-
pong.
While you're wearing the yoga pants, I know.
And the hoodie,
And the hoodie.
because I have pretty much most of the merchandise that we sell.
And I'm gonna say-
Mary's our number one customer.
Just in
Yeah.
case our people that we get the yoga pants through see this somehow magically, people would like to have pockets on these things. Apparently,
Yes, please. People want
Everybody
pockets on
keeps
their
saying,
yoga
"Does it have a
pants.
pocket?" No, but you could sew it on yourself if you like.
I prefer my
Maybe they
yoga
don't know how to
pants
sew.
pocket free, actually.
I wouldn't know. I don't wear yoga pants. I do know that yeah, I'm gonna go to bed.
All right, guys. Brandon, it was nice seeing you again.
My friend,
It's not. I can remember what you look like now.
Scruffy.
Mary,
Yes, dear.
I love you.
I love you too, brother.
Love all y'all. Be good. Don't be like negative Nancy.
Like, subscribe, comment, share, go to the link tree, buy our shit.
That's right.
Love you too, Brandon.
Later,
Peace.
peoples.